everyone, this is Mrs. Har, and this week we're talking about mood disorders. Different moods manifest themselves. It's really normal for all of us to go through moods. Sometimes we're in an okay mood, sometimes we're kind of bummed out, sometimes we're really happy, and usually it's situational, and that we kind of relate certain events to how our mood is, or we can correlate, or sometimes you're not feeling well. And these are all, they pass by quickly. What I'm talking about with mood disorders is these are over extended time period, and usually we have chemical imbalances in the body that help us to diagnose these mood disorders. And usually they can be treated successfully with medications. We have so many wonderful medications out there now, with some with really small side effects. Or there's therapies out there, or there's things like ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, that has been shown to be helpful in treating mood disorders that are very severe. So this week we are going to be talking about mood disorders from depression to bipolar, and we're going to talk about how a person with bipolar, they go mood swings basically. They go from very depressed to manic behaviors, where they just feel like they can do anything and sometimes get themselves in a lot of trouble. So we'll look at that closely this week. So here's an example of a person. When people are depressed, even when it's minor and it's not necessarily a clinical disorder, but usually their facial effects correlate. So, for example, this picture right here that you're looking at of this gal with her eyes turned down, her facial effects, her facial features, how that all kind of broadcasts to the world is that she's kind of sad. Sometimes another clinical disorder that we can come across, and this usually has to do with some of the personality disorders that we've covered, and we're going to continue to look at, is when there is incongruency. That, like, if this person right here that you're looking at this picture, and her face was looking down and she looked sad, but her voice was saying, "I am so excited, this is awesome," you'd go, wow, that is really interesting how her facial effect is portraying a certain mood, and her the things she's saying don't go with that. So sometimes that can give us a red flag that there could be some psychological underlying disorders that we need to look at. So anyhow, this week what you have do is a discussion on depression, depression quiz. We're going to look at bipolar, and you guys are going to be looking at and reading about how depression manifests itself and how bipolar manifests itself in with these mood disorders, how they're treated, and the prognosis, and then you'll have a test. So this week you guys will notice you don't have any papers or assignments with me, which hopefully you guys are like, the reason I did that is at the work session the other day, everyone was telling me they're just dying this time of semester with all these items that are due, big papers, projects, that sort of thing. So this is Mrs. Har's gift to you, because I do not want anyone to have an effect like this gal is showing right here. I don't want them to be sad. I don't want them to be mad like the effect on this guy where he's yelling going, "Mrs. Har, no more papers." I want you to really enjoy and read and understand the different mood disorders. And so enjoy this little break this week. I'll hit you again next week, I'm sure, as we continue with our psychological disorders unit. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and in the meantime, we'll see you online.